We lived on the edge of a volcano when I was little, so I was surrounded by nature and native plants, and that early part of my life expressed itself in my creative work. I think it's really important that we try and make products that are more sustainable. It's the responsibility of the designers. And it's easier and easier these days because there are a lot more people thinking about it. So suppliers of products and manufacturers are thinking about it. We've been able to keep it in Australia, which has been really quite remarkable, I think. I look at other products on the market and think, wow, how did they do that for that price? I couldn't have done that in Australia. And I have done a lot of travel in Australia and outside of Australia in the last 20 odd years that I've been running my business. Yeah. And also there's a lot of inspiration just in the heathlands on the cliff tops of Jan Juc where I live. It's always really nice to wander around and get inspired by the native wildlife and flora. The Japanese designers Issey Miyake and Yohji Yamamoto, who also do really innovative things with textiles, have definitely been an inspiration. Missoni, the Italian fashion and homewares company, and actually this design here was sort of paying homage to the Missoni stripe, or wavy line. William Morris from the arts and crafts movement. I've got a pretty big Japanese connection in my family. My brother and my sister are both married to Japanese people, so I've been able to go to Japan a lot, which has been really fortunate. I find something that I'm inspired by, first of all. So I either take photos or I go back and draw directly into my sketchbook. Then I scan that design or that drawing into, I use Photoshop, and then I translate that into an Illustrator file, and in Illustrator I manipulate the image and put the design into Repeat. Then I send that artwork to a film lab who puts it out onto film for me. I do the colour separation and send the films to be made. Then the films come back and I expose them into screens, so separate screen per colour. And I source fabrics, base cloths to print on from local suppliers, and then I screen print the design in the colour palette that I've chosen on various base cloths and test the colours, which often takes a couple of days to just play around with the designs that I've come up on the fabrics that I've chosen. And that's the really fun part. When I get to that stage, I really start getting my teeth into it. So then after experimenting for a couple of days, I usually choose the final range of fabrics. I usually come up with about four different designs in 2 colourways for my bag ranges. This is the Eco range with a company called One Planet, who are the manufacturers and distributors, and we collaborate on this range. And the other range is my Plasto range, so I produce fabrics for both of them. Well, Design Made Trade, I think it's the 5th year that this fair has been operating, and I was excited to hear that they were starting something like this in Melbourne, because it was, when they began, it was at a time when I was looking for partnerships with other companies and looking to change the focus of my business from being a designer, manufacturer, distributor from within my business, changing the model to actually license my designs to other companies. So I was looking for manufacturers and people that manufactured and distributed in different market areas. It's a great opportunity just to show your product to your local community and the broader community, because there are a couple of trade days and there's a couple of days for the public. So in terms of promoting my products to my wholesale customers and also to the general public, it's a great opportunity.